All right, this is nerve-wracking. Two things. One, we're going to be setting up OBS with scenes and sources. The goal is to have a very, very simple and very clean looking setup that looks clean, but is also functionally clean. Nothing too fancy, nothing complicated that's going to get in your way if you want to live stream or just record your gameplay and whatever you do with OBS. Okay. Two, I'm going to try my best to not edit this video as much as I can. I'm going to try not to edit this video because I'm trying a new format for channel members. So videos like that, if this video works well, will be a format that I can upload for members only, right? Because I've been thinking about like what to offer and maybe, you know, a step-by-step tutorial with no editing, no fancy jump cuts or whatever. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. So stick around, put your own background music, grab some popcorn. It might be a long one. We'll see. So let's get into OBS Studio right now. It's funny because I'm using OBS Studio to record my tutorials on OBS Studio and immediately give you a black screen. Very professional. Not cutting it out. Not cutting it out. So here we have OBS Studio. Actually, you probably won't have ADAM vertical. So let me get rid of that. My audio mixer is here. For some reason, it's not showing me anything. Okay, whatever. So let's set up our scenes. If you're live streaming, for example, you usually need something like 4 scenes, right? You're starting soon. We can press F2 with any source or any source selected to change the name. So I'm going to call this one start. So that's how you start the stream. We're going to click plus here. And then we're going to call this one full, as in like camera full screen. This is like your, hey guys, what's up? Thank you for being patient through the starting soon screen. Then we're going to have gameplay. All right. And if you're recording, those are also valid. For example, in the beginning of this video, I had a full screen camera and now you're getting like the gameplay technically, or just the screen capture. And then we're going to have the BRB. It's mostly for live streaming. And that's it. Now, some people will have like an ending screen, but I usually don't do that personally because I always end my streams in raids. So I bring my community to other people, or I just like cut it, right? I say bye-bye and then stop the stream. All right. So in the start, what do we need? I kind of want to go with a specific type of color scheme to keep things very, very clean. And I'm going to open up a color source. I'm going to try my best to basically keep everything super, super inside of OBS. Background color. I'm going to call this one. I want some sort of dark gray, but not too dark. Something like that. Nice. Actually, maybe lighter. This monitor is not calibrated at all. Is this lighter? Did I get it lighter? Probably not. Okay. And then I want some text that says starting soon. That's it. That's all it is. So I'm going to click plus. Sorry, my phone was vibrating. I'm going to click plus on the sources, add a text. I'm going to put it starting text. Or maybe I should name things like text underscore starting. I don't know if that's going to be confusing at all. I don't really do that. And then here in text, I'm going to click and type starting. Cool. Select the font. Now this is going to be like the personal side where your computer needs to have a bunch of cool fonts. Mine happen to have it. I'm a graphic designer and I do those tutorials, so I try my best. So let's say square font, for example. This is one that I used and overused and abused. There you go. The reason why I like to have like 256 for the size, it's because you get a higher quality. So if the size is huge, you get this high quality thing. But if you go 6, for example, this is the quality you get. And then you have to manually stretch it. Okay. So always go huge. Wait, Control Z. There we go. Always go. Wait, I can just Control Z again, right? Nope. It's threatening to close OBS. Oh my God. All right. You didn't see anything. I was switching my keyboard from French to English. Yes, I have a French keyboard. Why do you have a French keyboard? Because I am French. Click OK. And for some reason, your text will disappear. So this is the kind of content that you can expect in the channel, in the members only. Is that weird bugs like that I would totally cut from the video, but you get it here for free. And we have to start over again. 256. The font was square font. If you're wondering where to get fonts, the font, DAFont.com is where I get all my fonts, install them, and then you're good. So our 256 is big, but we can press Control D first of all to center it. But we're actually gonna put it a little higher than center. Just like that. Now you could put a timer or something similar. I believe OBS has like a timer that comes with it, but I've never used it, so we're not gonna start. Cool. We can duplicate this text. We can right click on it, click copy, right click, and then paste duplicate, which create a different source, right? So one will not affect the other. And I can double click on it, or you can see that you have a bar right there with like basic properties, and you can change the text here too. I'm just gonna type soon. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and scale that down quite a lot. And we're gonna make it match. I believe it's spacebar. If I hold and scroll, that will zoom in. It is not. Wait. Spacebar? Nope. Is it Control spacebar? Is it Alt spacebar? Oh, definitely not. Well, I forgot how to zoom in, but that's fine. This is also some things that happen when I'm filming videos like that is I'll completely forget something and have to do research on it and then come back and pretend nothing ever happened, right? Okay, this is where we're getting into plugin territory. Usually like OBS is great. It's like this very simple software. And if you want to do anything advanced, anything fancy, really, you need to start adding plugins. There's a plugin called the shader filter plugin. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend it if you want to do anything creative with OBS Studio. And I'm going to be using it right now. So check out the links in the description for every plugin that I'm going to mention. We're going to select our background color here. I'm going to go to filters, or I can also right click filters, click on plus to add something new, always. And here I'm going to go to user defined shader. That's if you install the shader filter plugin, you're going to see this. Now it basically lets you load a bunch of different effects to your source, right? So I'm going to click load shader from text file, go to browse. It will automatically bring me to all of those shaders that actually come with the plugin. There's over 124 now or something like that. So we're just going to look for very, very simple stuff like rounded rectangles. So I'm going to press R and click on the first one here, rounded rect. And we're going to go corner radius and keep an eye out on the corners here. This might be difficult to see because it's gray on black basically, but that's pretty much it. 75 looks great. I'm going to click close, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the corner of my background, and I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to press Control D to center it. There you go. Now here, if you want to have like a secondary color in the background, or if you want to add anything, this is kind of like where I would really add it. I think I'm going to keep it just like that. I think that's fine, right? Super, 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 super simple. Unless we want to add another rounded rectangle in the middle here. Yeah, let's do that. Click plus, go to color source. I'm going to call this text frame because it's just going to be behind the text. And we're going to select a lighter-ish gray. Okay, that looks good. Something else that you can do is, you know, put the width and height closer. You don't have to scale too much. And if you have like filters, they don't get stretched out or act any type of weird way. So width, actually we want this to be 700. Also, something that I usually cut from my videos is this part where I'm just testing out width. In my videos, it looks great because it's like, oh, just set this to 400 by 2000. It's like, wow, did I just guess this? Am I that much of a pro? No, I'm not. Control D to center. Grab the text frame source here and put it behind both of the text. Right there. If you don't like it too much, double click on it and put the height at 300. Yeah, that seems fair. Control D again. And we can still scale it. It's not a huge problem to actually scale it. And here we're going to learn about copying filters. So our background color has this shader filter. You remember all the steps, right? Go to filters, add shader filter, load shader text from file, find the, we don't need to do any of that. I'm going to click on background color, right click and find copy filters. Boom. Then I'm going to go to text frame or right click and find paste filters. And just like that, we have our rounded rectangle. That's simple. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to, give me a second. Your screen probably is going to flash and it's going to be weird, but I need to deactivate my camera here so that I can use it on this other instance of OBS. And just like that, it is done. Okay, cool. So now full screen, this is where I'm going to have my camera. So I'm going to go ahead and add this as a video capture device. We're going to call it cam and click OK. We're going to pick the right camera. For me, it's the Bengo 4K grabber. This looks good. Not gonna lie, this looks pretty good. You can see there's less filters than the other one. Transform, let's go flip horizontal, just because I like to face that way. It feels more natural. If you're watching on YouTube and it's not full screen, it looks like I'm looking at the rest of the website, whereas the other way around, it looks like I'm looking at a wall. Anyways, remember those filters that we copied? I'm gonna right click. Wait, no. Very important. Well, actually, I'm gonna show you. Paste filters, right? We have rounded rectangles, but let's say that there's too much dead space here. There's too much dead space there. Video game reference. But I want another element. So I kind of want my camera to be cropped. What do? Of course, I can grab my camera, put it here, but we lose the rounded rectangle on the left, right? Or I can hold Alt on my keyboard, drag the side to crop, but I also lose my rounded rectangle. How can I crop and keep my rounded rectangle? We can do that by using groups, okay? So first of all, I'm gonna remove that filter from the camera itself. I'm gonna right click on my camera, click group selected items, and call this cam group, cam_group. And now I can apply that filter to the group. So I'm going to right click, go to paste filters because I still have it there. And I can't crop the group. It's not going to work. But if I crop the camera itself, the group will adapt. I got scared for a second. I got scared. While I was holding it, it wasn't doing it. So I was like, am I wrong? How am I wrong about this? So, okay, so beware. If you hold Alt, while you're doing this, it's not really adapting, but okay, I got very scared. See that? And then you release it and then it works. Now I can, now I can do this. I can do that. And I can place myself right there just in case. I kind of want to have a little bit of space on top and at the bottom. We're actually going to scale that down a little bit also. I might Control D to center just so I can align it vertically, horizontally, you decide. And the goal here is every element that you're going to have, you want to have like the same amount of space in between. See up top, there's 28 pixels. To the left here, there's 24. You can literally tap on your keyboard arrows and give it 28. It doesn't really matter. No one would have seen the difference, but it's a cool thing to have. Okay, so here we're actually making space for the chat because I would love to have the chat on that side and maybe I'll have my alerts over there. Could be cool. Or we can have, no, not, never mind. I was going to say, or we can like completely scale it out, but I don't have enough room here to full screen. Don't pay attention to that. This would have been cut. Okay. So now how do we get chat in here? First thing I'm going to do is go back to that start, and I'm going to copy this background color. I'm just going to press Control C this time, you know, like learn the keyboard shortcuts to be better with your workflow. And in this case, you can paste reference. Okay. Reference means it's going to be the same source. If I put a filter on this, it's going to affect the start also, which means that if I want to change colors, I don't like my color scheme anymore and I want to change it, I can just select color, swap it out. Sorry for your eyes. And now my whole OBS like has a different color, right? So that's cool. Drag the background color, collapse that group, and whoop, there you go. And maybe I want this one to be a little bigger. Not that big. Sorry. Oh my. Control D to center. All right. I can bring the camera. I actually want to uncrop this. Why is it acting weird? Why are you doing all that? Why are you doing all that? I'm just trying to uncrop. I don't know if that's a bug, but that's definitely like OBS acting weird. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Also the rounded rectangles, depending on the size, since you're scaling it, it doesn't scale properly. You might have to change it. As you can see, the outer diameter here and the inner diameter is not perfectly like embedded together. We're not gonna do all that. So we're gonna have a very simple chat, and I might use Stream Elements for that. Let me go ahead and open up Stream Elements on my other screen. Whenever you want. Oh yeah, you're gonna eat all the loading times. I'm already logged in. I'm gonna go to dashboard. I'm sweaty. And it immediately doxes me. Oh my. All right, hopefully we're gonna, that part I'm gonna have to edit out, I guess, or I'm gonna have to blur. We're gonna go to dashboard. We're gonna go to streaming tools. We're gonna go to overlay. We're gonna create a new overlay. Now you can use Streamlabs as a service for widgets or just overlays or alerts and all that, but we're gonna use Stream Elements. Stream Elements is definitely not the best when it comes to the chat box. Not gonna lie, I would, you know, if you had the choice, go with Streamlabs, honestly, because they have a bunch of designs that you can choose from. Stream Elements wants you to code your own chat box to make it look good. Oh, I'm not emulating. Add widget, sorry, up here. And we're gonna go to Stream Tools, your Streams chat. There we go. All right, so what do we have? Message fade after 30 seconds, no. Show messages permanently, okay, so that's what we want. Dark chat, that's pretty good. Position, style. I think that's good, it doesn't matter. Up top is gonna be, I'm gonna call it clean chat so I remember what it is. On the top left, you're gonna see the save button, click on that, then click copy overlay URL and go back to OBS Studio. And we're gonna add this as a browser source because it's a browser source. This is gonna be browser chat. Paste the link in here. Also, you should copy paste basically the dimensions that you saw there. 250 by 400. I don't think that's gonna be good. It sounds awfully small. But we're gonna see. So I think ratio wise, it's not bad, but we might want to double those. And I'm going to double them in Stream Elements, hoping that maybe the text will be bigger. Not sure. We have to we have to test it. Yeah, that's not bad. Sorry, I was making sure there's nothing compromising in my tabs. Okay, so I'm going to use this to switch from now on. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, cool. I'm just doubling everything. So 800, 500 by 800. I'm going to go to the settings and make the chat a little bit bigger. If I can find text settings, nice, size. Here we can play around with it. And I want something like maybe this. Okay, now we're going to save. We're going to remember what size we put. Double click on browser chat. We doubled everything, so it's 500 by 800. Okay, now we realize that we might want more space if we want chat to take this whole thing. So let's play around with the size just in here. Height, let's go 1000. Wow, that was almost perfect. I'm just gonna manually scale it. And we want the top here to match with the top of our camera. So just a little bit. There we go. And the bottom to also match. Approximately. Let me go test again. Give me something. Why does it start there? Okay, cool. Let's go to Stream Elements. Let's go back to Stream Elements and set it up. Can you tell that I'm not good at CSS, by the way, chat? Let's save and let's go back. It will have restarted. And let's go hello. I have Nightbot respond to me. It's great when I'm testing stuff. There you go. So now your chat is going to be there. And it's not supposed to be transparent. Or did we coincidentally pick the exact precise color as the background here? Ain't no way, right? There's no way. What? How did I do that? How did I do that? Anyways, let's copy the filter from the webcam group. Nope. Yes. Right click, copy filters, and let's paste it onto chat. I'm going to go and paste filter. Okay. And I'm going to make sure while chat is selected, I'm going to use my arrows on the keyboard to place it a little bit. Now you really have to place everything. Try to keep like the same margin in between everything, but that's pretty difficult. Just eyeball it. I'm going to keep that. So yeah, but it's confirmed that the background is literally the exact same, the exact same somehow, the exact same color. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to make this change the background color, text settings, position, style? That's what I meant with Stream Elements. Let me put white chat just so we can see the effects. But yeah, it was really a coincidence. Kind of wild. All right. Now, instead of figuring out how to do it in CSS, we're going to avoid coding as usual. I'm literally going to go and click filters on the chat. I'm going to go color correction. And I'm going to play with the gamma or the contrast just to give me a better gray. There we go. And then test it with chat. See how it looks. Not too bad. I don't like the fact that chat is like this, but honestly, I'll get over it, I think. Or maybe it was better. I think if I lower this, for example, to 900 so we can get like a, hopefully we're going to get some padding. Maybe too much padding. It's not giving me the intended effect. So that's something that you would probably correct in CSS. For now, we're just going to keep it the same. It sucks. Trim elements, give me more options. Give me like, at this point, you should, like, I should be able to just pick some cool, awesome looking chat. You've been on Twitter. Your employees have been on Twitter. They watch streams. They see how amazing people have like CSS chats. Like, it's cool. There's a whole like economy on Etsy for people selling like custom CSS chats, but you're the service provider for widgets in general. Make that available in your whole overlay builder thing. Anyway, I think that's pretty cool. What we can do now for this is we can group everything, just put it in our be right back. So I'm going to hold shift, click on the top, click on the bottom, right click, group. And this will be intermission. Start. Bro, I can't type. We're going to right click this, copy, and go to BRB, right click and paste a duplicate. In this case, if I want to add like a timer, if I want to change the color, or if I want to add my camera but blurry in my be right back scene, I don't want to affect whatever's happening in the starting soon. What you can do is maybe delete the background color and add a reference there so that if you change the color, it affects everything. But ultimately, it's your choice. Double click on the text. Oh my God. It's embarrassing that I can't edit this. Control D. In this case, I'm just going to keep this in the middle. Control D. The second text, I don't want it. Oop. That was delete and then enter. I do want the text frame to be a little bit bigger now. Control D. There we go. I have this thing where things look not centered for me. Like this doesn't look centered for me, but I'm going to trust OBS and the gods. So we have our chat and our ha here. If you want to have some alerts, you can also just make, I would suggest making like a different browser source for each thing. Don't put all of them, because if you want to move one element, you don't have to go and create another browser source or like open up stream elements midstream and all that. Gameplay is what's missing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy the camera group because we still want those borders in the gameplay. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to right click, paste duplicate of the group. And now if I want to crop, hopefully, I've been doing this horizontal type of webcam for the past couple of weeks, and I've been liking it a lot. It just freaks out when you try to... What the hell? Oh, there you go. It just freaks out when you try to move it around. I had to press Control D on the group to bring it back. There we go. And then you would put game capture here. Just keep this one called game capture. And then you could choose the mode, full screen application, capture specific window. It depends on what you want to do. Let's do specific window. I don't want it to accidentally capture anything. I don't have any games open right now, but I should. Let's try. Let's open up something. Hopefully my computer doesn't poop itself because I'm doing too much. And we have an issue here. I copied the group as a reference, no, as a duplicate, but the text got copied as a reference. We're going to fix that. Well, all I have to do is click here. I'm going to use the text, the little properties right here. Okay. And then here, we're going to have this. So I'm just going to duplicate it. Hopefully it lets me. So I select this, copy, paste duplicate, change this text, and delete the old one from here. Yes. Select it, Control D to center. Why is it not centering? Control D. It is centered. The frame is not centered. Control D to. Why is Control D not working? What is happening? Oh, let me put it inside here. I'm gonna put it in the group. There you go. There you go. Okay, that scared me. What's happening here? Nothing is broken and we're good. Nice. All right, so gameplay. I have game capture on. I'm going to capture my specific window. Again, the properties right here. Car wash simulator. Hope for the best. There it is. I'm in a 1440p screen, so I'm going to press Control D to center, Control R to fit the screen. It's not Control R. Let me right click, transform, Control F to fit the screen. There it is. Now I'm capturing Power Wash Simulator, which doesn't help that this is also rounded rectangles on a black background. We're going to bring it down. There you go. And as simple as that, you're going to have your gameplay and your camera. That's all you need, really. Let me start something so I can have more than just a black background. There you go. But that is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to add the rounded rectangle filter. So let me copy filters here to the gameplay also to really complete the look. Paste filters and then bring this down just a little bit, just a little bit. Control D. There we go. So whatever game you're playing is gonna have this this background. This background? What am I saying? This the rounded rectangle. So just so it can be consistent, you know. Let me move the group so people can see. And also, like, it's like a coincidence that I picked this game because I've been playing it. But now, like, every rectangle is rounded here, so this fits kind of perfectly. We just need the background to be blue and perfect. It's like I'm in the game. It's like this is all part of the Firewire simulator. So here you're gonna have chat. Let's test something. Come on, now, Stream Elements. So here you would probably add something like padding or whatever, but you would. Let me figure it out. Let me figure it out in this video. I really like doing CSS is the last thing that I want to do, but I'm gonna copy the link, open it in a new tab, press F12, and then figure out what's it called. So this is the whole thing, div overlay, and this is Twitch chat align column, or I can just go here, figure out which div it is. This is my first time doing this, so all the professionals who've messed with their chat in Stream Elements, I'm sorry. This is gonna be hard to watch. Twitch chat height. I'm going to copy this. Go back in here, browser chat. I'm going to bring this up, paste this, and play around with it. See if there's anything that changes to say that we have the right thing. It's so slow. Why is it so slow? Hello? We have the right thing. Wait, can I just use this? So height, let's just put 95, not 950. So test, let's do hi, let's do hello. Not hele, hello. Hello. Not bad, but I also want some paddings, like some padding on the side. I also want that filter to be a little less washed. So my color correction, I'm going to go to contrast, bring that down, maybe just brightness. No. Or make it darker. No, never mind. There we go. Played a little bit with the gamma. I think I like this. Again, not a CSS pro. I believe padding is just what I need to put here. So I'm going to press enter, padding, column 10 px, like as in pixels, and then semicolon. Will this work? Let's use 8-ball. Yes, it actually works. We have a little bit of padding on the left side here. Maybe we need more. Browser chat, double click on it, and I'm gonna put 15 and call it a day. Oh, simplify your overlays. Like, oh, it's very simple. We're doing CSS. Sometimes it's like that. When the provider is giving us like not a great chat to start with. Okay. All right. I don't even know my own commands. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I like it. There we go. So boom, 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 boom. Let's change the transition. This weird fade is not something that I would personally use, but I'm realizing that I don't have my transition thing here. So I'm going to go to docs, scene transitions. Okay. It appeared. Honestly, like I just like using cut. Hi, boom, hi, what's up, hi. Or I'm going to click on the plus and add a Luma wipe. That's also my thing right now. And I'm going to go and find one called fractal or sinus 9. I like those. Softness doesn't matter. You can preview it like this. And the key here is to make it super, super long, like 3000 milliseconds, so 3 seconds. And yeah, I like that. I like that. But if you're in full screen and you know, I don't know, someone's at your door and you don't want to get up in front of the screen, or you don't want to show something and you want to quickly go to be right back, this could be annoying. This could be pretty annoying. And you don't want that to happen. So you might want to keep it a little faster then. But I think that's pretty cool. Something else that you could add is probably like use the Move plugin. It's called the Move plugin. And basically have your elements spread out the way that you want, and then they will come into screen the way that you want, basically. Can I preview this? So this is what it does. This is like the Move. So if it finds sources with the same name right now, which is something that you can set up here. Where is it? Where is it? Contains the other source name. It will consider it the same source, so it will pull it in and things like that. I didn't really plan for this, so it's maybe not going to look good. So that's the default. That looks not great. Let's find the properties here. And I really don't like the way that looks. So yeah, let's not use it here. Let's not use it here. Maybe I'll make another video where I just show you, here's how I would set it up so that everything comes into place a little bit better. What happens between full and gameplay, because I have the cam group. Wait, I'm doing something wrong. That's not normal. Let's go to properties again. Match if the source name. Oh, I just don't have any options. Contains the other source name. Okay, cool. So what? Yeah, no. No. Oof. Or horrible. Horrible. Why does it snap like that? I'm so confused. So basically a good method, for example, with this, let's say that chat here, right? I have browser chat. Let me copy it and let me put it on the, Christ. Let me put it, let me put it on the start. I'm going to collapse the group. I'm going to paste reference and I have chat here, but I don't want chat here, but I want it to do a specific movement. For example, I want it to come from right to left when I switch from start to full. So what I would do is basically put it on the right, out of frame, right? And hopefully when I switch to full, it's just gonna come from that specific position. See? Now, if you do this with everything, including cam group, copy and paste, let's put reference because it doesn't matter. We're not gonna modify this because it's not supposed to be in that scene anyways. And this is on the left. Now we're going to have a whole different transition. So whatever's in the middle is going to do its thing. And this is doing that. We have background. Don't we have background color? Oh, it's in a group, so it doesn't take it into account. What if we put background color outside of the group? Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. You see that? You see that? So if you wanted this little group thing to disappear, but from, I don't know, the top, you would just have to add it to that other scene. But that means that every single scene is going to be like super populated for no reason. But let's still do it, okay? Paste reference, collapse everything, and then drag it to the bottom. Then bring it up, bring it up, bring it. You also get my weird music moments. There you go. And now if I switch to start, it's going to come from the top. Weird little snapping, but if I go from here to there, it does what I want. Kind of. It kind of does what I want. I think it doesn't like to be at the bottom of background color. That's why. So let me bring it up. And now, no snapping. And now, no snapping. So it makes a cleaner transition, very, very clean, but it makes your sources not that clean because you're going to have a bunch of sources that are out of frame. So your list is going to be full with things that are not on screen. It can, like, the more stuff you add, the more complicated it's going to be to, figure out what is what and find stuff, especially if they're, like right now, the text is out of screen. Don't want that. So I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily choose the move as a transition, like the move plugin as a transition. Not now, especially since, you got to do all this work, right? So we would need the gameplay. Like for the gameplay to look good when we're switching, we would need the gameplay also in this scene. But also keep in mind that there's an order that you, start to full usually. You're not going to go from start to immediate gameplay. So boom. You usually do this. And then from full, you usually go to gameplay or you go to BRB. So you might set up your scenes in that way. Of course, you need alerts. So let's do that so that you can't say that I didn't show you everything. I'm going to make sure I save that chat, which is going to reset it in OBS. Very annoying. And oh yeah, and by the way, there's overlay galleries. Like, I know I'm complaining about the whole chat thing, but it wouldn't be fair if I didn't show you that, hey, you can just have, you know, pre-made overlays just done. And then they also have like a different overlay builder that you can basically make your own overlays from there. The problem is that they tend to be all inside of Stream Elements, which is something that you might want. I just don't prefer it. So yeah, that's a bit of information, to be completely fair. What I'm complaining about has been addressed, but not in the way that I would want. I just want this to have a bunch of cool options. Okay, so we created a new overlay in Stream Elements. We're going to add a widget, and that is going to be an alert box. And for now, I'm going to keep the default stuff, right? I'm going to click, I'm going to call this clean alerts. I'm going to click save, and we're going to click bottom here to emulate a follower event, for example. And this is what it's going to look like. If you don't want it, you can always like create your own, maybe some with like also just rounded rectangles so that it's just that clean. Did we copy the link? Yes. Let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. Now there's a plugin that basically keeps a permanent source on everything. And I don't have it. I don't use it. I don't even remember the name. So everywhere you want alerts, you're going to just have to add it manually. Oh my God. Getaway transition, weird transition. We're going to cut from now on. So I'm going to right click here. No, I'm going to click plus, go to browser, browser alerts. Paste the link. I'm just going to keep it 800 by 600. I don't even know what Stream Elements has it as default. It should say somewhere in the corner, 733 by 67. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. And we can place this wherever we want. We want to really keep it clean. Like that. I usually keep it kind of big because I actually read the names straight from the alert while watching my OBS when I'm streaming. So if we want to test this, we can emulate a follow event. There you go. It works. It should also have sound. I don't know why I don't have sound, but it should also have sound. Okay. And then from there, you can copy this, paste reference. It's only going to give you the reference option. You can place it here. And of course, you can scale it as you wish on each side. Now, of course, like me having this blank background makes it kind of perfect for me, although the text is not great. But yeah, you can just Control V, by the way, to paste stuff. That works in OBS. And yeah, if you're playing a game, this will appear here. This is like the basic setup. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not really willing to go over it right now to have like something that looks a little bit better. Maybe you want to have this on top here. There you go. I think like this is the cleanest. Still want to go to my Luma wipe. Or if I go to properties, let's see which one this is. This is Sinus 9. I also like Fractal. Like Fractal is pretty cool. I think that's what I use on my, yeah, this one is pretty cool. I get compliments about it. I'm like, oh, this is a default OBS, OBS one. So from there, technically, like you're all set up for scenes and sources. If you want to put stuff like labels, bars, you know, recent follower, recent this, you don't have to. You really don't have to. Like, I feel like this was something that was super important when people like a couple years ago. But if you want to add them, then they're also available on Stream Elements. For now, just this, maybe slap a clock somewhere, like a countdown for the starting, and then full screen, do your thing. go to gameplay, and then don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go and then power wash some stuff, you know? Keep it chill, play some lo-fi, some non-copyrighted lo-fi, preferably. And yeah, if you have any questions, I know like I said this was going to be more advanced or whatever, but I ended up liking just how clean this is and just not doing too much. I wanted to add some extra, you know what? I do want to add some extra pizzazz to the graphic design side of it. So I'm going to go to start here and I want to put like some circles to put some color, because gray, white, I kind of feel bad, you know, I kind of feel bad doing that to y'all. So let's add a color source. Call this one circle 1, or better yet, circle left. And select your primary color, like your main color for that, like your color scheme, basically. I'm going to go for blue, because when I do tutorials with blue, they seem to go well. Someone said, oh, it's really easy on the eyes, but you know. With circle left selected, I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to go to user defined shader and load shader text from file. And we're going to load up one called circle. Press C and find that circle shader. Boom, it's going to give us a perfect circle. As simple as that, we're going to drag this all the way to the bottom. And we're going to maybe scale it down a little bit. And we're going to just place it here. That's it. We're just going to place it here. Now we're going to Control C on it to copy it, and we're going to paste a duplicate, and we're going to place it over there. You can see I'm aligning like the little handles just so we have like kind of a perfect shape, but you really don't have to. You can just place it however you want, like this, for example. Boom. Okay. Now, if I wanted this to be an animated overlay, I could animate those circles to move, but we're not going to do that now. We're not going to do that now. Okay. We're not. Hey, listen to me. We're not going to do that now. All right. We're just going to have them as like accent colors. So let me group them up. Group selected items. Call this one circles. Copy it. And then you can add it in your full screen, for example. I'm going to right click, paste, duplicate or reference. If you want, let's put duplicate in case we would want them to be like in different spots, although it probably put references. See how this is looking immediately like way better? Just put 2 circles. That's graphic design for you. That's graphic design. You're like, oh, I want some cool stuff. I want to be good at graphic design. You slap 2 circles and you have it. And you got it. That's all it is. I know I'm known for saying that graphic design is just rectangles. I lied. It's also circles sometimes. There it is. You cannot tell me that this is not cleaner than some overcomplicated stuff that you've seen your friends make for themselves. For streaming. And it's the simplest setup ever. It's super simple. Go live with this. Go live with this and just do this. This will be complete. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I might make a video on how I would make alerts for this to really match the whole vibe, and even do something with where we have the move transition complete this look. But for now, I think this video is long enough, especially unedited. And yeah. Is this 54 minutes? Oh my God. I didn't realize how long this would be. Well, you get a 54-minute video, and let me know, hey, channel members, is this something that you would want? If you're not a channel member, would you become a channel member just to have full videos like that, where you really get into the nitty-gritty and just me making mistakes a bunch of times and having to research stuff and being indecisive? Is that something you would want to see? Yeah, let me end your suffering and end the video here. Follow me on Twitch. That would be cool.